this kicks off with the prize. You're all set. You got it all planned.
Hey, Bob. Nice to be here in the American Embassy in Moscow.
What's the weather like?
Cold, real cold. Snow this morning.
And then I know that you're going.
Ready for a little nicer weather, hopefully tomorrow to finish our stay up.
Stage, any motorcade personnel, please meet behind the stage immediately. Thank you. Audio check test.
Jazz, I'd like to start with Birdland, maybe.
Mr. H. Adapters in the box.
What?
Adapters.
Where? Couple marches while they're setting up our power. So let's get up Super Fidelis first. A little intro to the ambassador also, right? They had asked for a little introduction when they started to say the ambassador.
No. Yeah, they're gonna do it all, and it'll be one announcement. It'll be so, ladies and gentlemen, the President, First Lady, Secretary of State, Mr. and Mrs. Pickering.
Then you play, and then when the ambassador gets to the podium and is ready, just a few seconds. Then stop, and then perhaps, ladies and gentlemen, and then when Mrs. Clinton, I would not do it when they introduce the president. When Mrs. Clinton introduced, you plug it too loud, please.
You just go national applause.
Oh, I think that's the best time to do it.
We could play Stars and Stripes then.
Yeah, like hit something really hard.
Stars and Stripes would be cool.
Yeah, right when they say it.
I think that would be, that would be a prolonged.
The end of the cue is President of the United States, First Lady, Secretary of State, Ambassador.
And I'm talking about when Hillary introduces.
Oh, just when they're speaking.
Yeah. I'm inclined not to do it.
Yeah, it's too quick. Yeah. There's not enough.
Yeah, there won't be a lot of time. Then the next time you play is after it's all over, which is after they give the gifts to the president and Mrs.
Maybe we'll play all of Stars and Stripes then if the president is exiting.
Right.
That might be that.
What do you want for entrance? Stars and Stripes is perfect for entrance. Yeah. Yeah. And what about rope line? Rope line music.
The exit was Stars and Stripes. I don't care.
We'll wait it. We have Washington Post, we have lots.
We'll do,
you could do something a little more, sort of
Kathy was
fun and live.
On Wisconsin?
Whatever you want. Okay, basically what's going to happen after they finish speaking, he's going to work the rope all the way around. And that's kind of what I'm trying to have to do more fun and live. Whatever.
We'll be.
All right? Do you have any questions? Yeah, if you have any questions, I'll phone you down there. All right. All right.
Good to meet you.
Yeah, you too.
Bob has to get in there.
I need to get in here.
We have all of our music out rhythm sections, so all you have to do is have power. You're ready to go. As soon as they plug that thing in, you're ready to play.
Say a couple words?
No.
What are you here for? What are you here for? You're lost for words?
Yeah.
All right.
to relax and enjoy the wonderful band music. Thank you.
Ambassador and Mrs. Pickering.
Get ready on the whip. One time.
Mr. President, Mrs. Clinton, Secretary Christopher, Secretary Rubin, and ladies and gentlemen of the American Embassy community. First, it's my great pleasure to welcome the President and Mrs. Clinton, the Secretary, back to Moscow. This has become an annual visit, and I am always pleased that you and your staff take the initiative to stop by the embassy and greet the people who serve our people and you, sir, here in this somewhat distant, remote climate from Washington, but nevertheless feel that your presence and your help in our efforts is a marvelous boost not only to American-Russian relationships, but also to their morale, to their sense of service and dedication, which I can attest is second to none. I am pleased to tell you, sir, that in the veterans who have come back to Moscow, we've had 4 veterans of the American Embassy of 1945, and one of them, Professor Robert Tucker, is here with us today to represent that group. Welcome back, Professor Tucker. It's a little different embassy than the one you left some 50 years ago. But you stood with George Kennan and others to greet that first Victory Day down opposite the Red Square, a moment of tremendous historical importance, and our links with the past and with you are cemented by your being here with us. It is also a pleasure for me to welcome Secretary of the Treasury, Bob Rubin, who is here with us today. Bob, thank you. I want to, as well, thank the McFarland High School Band. This band, Mr. Secretary, and Mr. President, was the one U.S. band selected by the Russians to participate in their 50th anniversary celebration of Victory Day. We want to thank them particularly for honoring us with their presence here today and with their music to help in greeting you and Mrs. Clinton and Secretary Christopher. Now it is my great pleasure and my distinct honor to introduce to you Secretary of State Warren Christopher. Mr. Secretary, this is one of our fastest growing embassies, but I also want to tell you and the President that I believe it is one of the more effective contributors to the efforts to reinvent government, to provide more efficient and better service at lower cost to the American public. We welcome your strategic management initiative. We have followed it closely, and we hope in the days and months ahead to be making our own significant contribution to that effort, consistent with our stewardship for you and the President in the foreign policy area. And I particularly want to tell you how pleasant and what a great pleasure it is to have you here. You have been working in the trenches, so to speak, in the conferences over the months and the years preparing for this summit, and we appreciate your leadership and your efforts. We welcome you to Moscow, and we look forward to hearing from you. Thank you very much, sir.
Fellow members of the State Department family, I always know on this kind of an occasion that you did come to hear me speak, and I will not burden you for long, but can't resist the opportunity to thank you all for your tremendous service to your country, and particularly for your service on this visit. I know these visits put a lot of pressure on an embassy, and I want to tell you, you performed flawlessly, and we're very grateful to you. We've just come from a meeting with about a dozen political leaders. One of them came up to me afterwards and said, Mr. Secretary, the next time the President comes, he should come and stay at least 2 weeks so we can get to know this great country. And I said, well, I'll have to talk to the embassy staff first. I can't stand mass resignations. 2 days are wonderful, but maybe 2 weeks would be a little too much. I do want to thank the band very much for their warm greeting. I really accepted it personally. 50 years ago this month, I was a young Navy ensign, so anchors away meant something special to me. I'm now going to have the great pleasure of just saying a few words of introduction for Mrs. Clinton. I've, in these moments, always remember the many roles that she plays as a wife and mother and daughter and sister and friend to so many of us in the administration, helping us over difficult days. But Mrs. Clinton has recently undertaken, with my great enthusiasm and great pleasure, a new role in that of diplomat. She comes on the heels of an extremely successful trip to South Asia, where she helped our foreign policy and helped our diplomacy a great deal. So I introduce her now with an even greater sense, the First Lady of the United States, Hillary Rodham Clinton.
Children here. It's always a great delight for us to come at the end of a trip and thank the people who really worked to make it successful. And we also know what a great sigh of relief goes up when we leave, and all of the wheels up parties that happen throughout the world as the Air Force One fades into the horizon. I've had a really remarkable time the last 2 days, and it is due to the hard work of many of you in this room, and I want particularly to thank Mrs. Pickering and the staff at Spazzo House for the wonderful luncheon that she hosted for me and a number of women from Moscow, which I found of great interest. We feel so positive about what is happening on behalf of America around the world, and the reason we do is that we know that every day all of you who represent the United States are working to further our engagement on so many different levels, certainly political and diplomatic and commercial, economic, cultural, and personal. And we see the results as we travel around the world on behalf of the United States. So we want to thank the people who made it possible, and I want to say a special word of thanks to the family members who truly do make it possible. We know the kinds of sacrifices that are often required to serve on behalf of your country abroad. We know that it's sometimes difficult for the children of those who serve on behalf of the United States. And we want you to know that we appreciate all of your efforts, and that includes family members who I consider are also serving as the member of the family holds the official position. And it is now my great pleasure to introduce the person I serve with, and that Chelsea and I help support, and we know how difficult that is, which is why we can relate to all the spouses and children who are likewise doing it, the President of the United States.
I liked it because I'm delighted that the McFarland High School Band is here. I liked it because one of my cabinet members, Donna Shalala, the Secretary of Health and Human Services, Hillary and I, when we drove into the embassy today, we drove past the row of houses. I was remembering the last time I was here speaking with you in January of 1994. A lot of you were probably here then. A lot has happened at home in America. A lot has happened around the world. A lot has happened here in Russia since then. I want to thank you for the work you have done. This embassy has probably the heaviest workload in the tightest space, with one of the most rapidly rising costs of living in the entire world. And I just want you to know that I appreciate the fact that you're here, that you're doing a good job, and you're promoting the interests of the United States of America, as well as the development of the people of Russia. I thank you for that very, very much. I also want to thank you for bringing all your families here. I just got a note that says that today, this is the birthday of a child who's here. Christy Dannenberg is 10 years old. Where are you? Stand up there. Happy birthday. It's not a birthday party, but it's close. Let me say to all of you just two things. First of all, this mission is very important to our country and to the world. What happens in Russia is very important. The preservation of democracy is important. The success of this economic reform endeavor is important. And our working out a way to relate to each other, to build a sense of common security, is profoundly important. I believe that the meeting I had with President Yeltsin went very well yesterday. I believe the Russian people appreciated the respect that was shown them and the awareness and sensitivity that was manifested about the enormity of their sacrifice in World War II, and not only by the United States, but by other countries as well, the day before yesterday. And I hope these last 2 days will help you to succeed in your work when we leave. I would also tell you that back home, a lot of interesting things going on. We went through the terrible trauma of Oklahoma City, and we are now trying to pass in the Congress some legislation that will enable us to deal better with the challenges of terrorism. If we work out our relationship with Russia and solve a few of our other security problems, then for the next 50 years, the major fears the American people will have will not be of countries invading one another and going to war with one another, but will be rooted in the vulnerability of all open societies in a global economy and an information age to the organized forces of destruction, the proliferation of weapons of mass destruction, terrorism, or organized crime. Things you see here, things to which all countries are vulnerable. So we're working hard on that, and it's in the interest of all the families here and the children that we succeed. There's also a huge debate going on in America about how we can best continue to reduce the budget deficit and what role the federal government ought to assume as compared with the state governments and the private sector. And there are a lot of things around in the air. I believe my responsibility as president is to try to keep the economy going, keep the deficit going down, but enable us to still fulfill our fundamental mission. We shouldn't cut education at a time when education is more important to the American people than ever before. We should control health care costs, but not in a way that destroys the Medicare system that many of your parents depend upon. And I am strongly opposed to the use of budget cutting as a cover for neo-isolationism in America. Here we are at the end of the Cold War with some people wanting to squander our victory by pulling the United States out of our capacity to have foreign assistance programs and to pursue our mission around the world. And insofar as any of you have family members and friends back home who know they're members of Congress, I hope you will write them and ask them for a little boost. It would be the height of folly. It would be being penny wise and pound foolish for us, having won the Cold War with all this incredible array of opportunities we have around the world, under the guise of budget cutting, to give in to a new round of isolationism. And there is a huge wave of it in America, and we must defeat it. I just want to use the band as an example. Several years ago, no one would have thought of anybody from McFarland, Wisconsin, would be invited to Russia to march in a parade. It would have been unheard of, right? But there they are, look at them, full of energy and life, and they were respected and glad they got here. It was wonderful. This is a little picture of what we can do with the world. People in Wisconsin now know that they have a common destiny with people in Russia. People in Russia understand they have a common destiny with these young people from Wisconsin. They know that. Deep down inside, we all know it. We cannot let the difficulties of the moment in America, in easy political slogans, turn us away from our responsibility to build a peaceful 21st century. I honestly believe the children here present in this room today will grow up in a world that is more full of human possibility than any period in all of history. If we will simply do what is our duty, to bring people together and not let them drift apart, to invest in the potential of people, and to fight the organized forces of destruction that will be with us as long as human beings are on the face of the earth. This is a critically important time. So I say again, I appreciate what you're doing, and if you've got folks back home that will listen to you, who know they're members of Congress, tell them we won the Cold War, but the work is now being done to bring the world together. Do not walk away from our responsibility and our opportunity, because our children, those young people from Wisconsin, and all these children out here on the floor, they need that for the world of the 21st century. Thank you, and God bless you all.
him to look up here. I don't know.
Hey, where is he? Look, 10 minutes ago. Wait, guys, where is he? Right there. Oh, I see. Okay. Just to the right left leg there. I'm never going to get anything put away.
Where does dance commit? They all end up going to that track meet at the very end.
Mr. President!
Ryder.
Mr. President!
Ryder.
Mr. President! Mr. President! Hey!
Hey.
Way to go, Amanda.
You got plenty to carry. Bill, can you bring a couple of heads?
All right, Bill.
Thanks, man. I appreciate it. Great.
Go ahead.
I want a copy of every picture you guys. Yeah. I think it's crazy. Pretty cool. No,
Okay, sir, you go here.
everybody nice and close together. Make sure you can see.
Look over here. Can you see me all right?
Yeah. Everybody look at me first.
Sharon, if you're running your band support, I'll be in the back one. I'll be in the, well, I guess step one or something.
They got Glenn.
Thing they're doing.
What's that? Yeah. Glenn is in there, a couple other people. NSC. They were sitting on top of each other.
Cameras up.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
You'll lose them then. Take a picture, but lose them right away. They take the picture, but then get rid of them.
Hey, Sharon. No, they go into the place.
On this end, I need you to come in as close as you can.
Okay, ready, huh?
Ed, I got my hand up. Get a picture of them coming out.
Great job there, good time.
Take a picture?
He's right in the middle first.
Hey, guys.
Back up, please.
We'd like to thank you for making this accident.
Keep clear for the picture. Okay, guys, Cam.
Okay, over here, lean forward. Great.
How many people is it going? We get
Oh, yeah, sorry. Sorry.
Stay back. No.
Get your photo?
How big is the phone?
Sir, you're going to get this. He's in the corner, right? So when you pick it up on
Yes, great.
Good, go over.
Get on the side.
Got your picture.
Good. Thank you. Oh, that's exciting.
Kid. Take my picture with Ken.
I understand.
If you lose your film, they will. That was the stop of the clock. He doesn't feel comfortable. Once he's second, he will move. You don't move him before the first. If he doesn't move, he's going to push you to move.
It's his job, and I appreciate that.
Next thing he will know, take it off.
Back up. Back up. Right. Yep. Okay.
Yeah.
because you know these were the people who also helped us in our victory, and we wish them success in their work. We want them to remember this day of victory, and we hope that when they come back home, deep in their hearts, they will bring all our love for them, all our gratitude. And we are very happy that young people came here, that they will also march along our main street, that they will take part in the concert in Red Square. So all that is very symbolic, and we wish you every success, and hope that you will bring all our love to America with you.
Спасибо, давай.
Я хочу оркестр на память. Это избраны лучшие работы, посвященные Второй мировой войне. Живопись, графика,
Yeah, I was just going to say the same thing.
А поскольку у нас народным творчеством мы занимаемся, это чтобы вы помнили наше традиционное русское искусство. Это винтовская группа.
Thank you so much. Спасибо. Wonderful.
Музей оркестра.
We want you to sign.
You have museum, yes?
Yes, we will have a museum when we get back. We need to get John we need to see what if we have some stuff we can John, what? Anything. Yeah, see what he might have to give. John,
Could I have...
Bill?
This one?
Glenn went to the bus to get some.
Dear friends, young musicians from Wisconsin.
He went on the bus to get some.
Bob, our
Last of it.
What is this?
Glenn's coming, Bill.
Have some pins. I have some pins for you. Bucky Badger from Wisconsin. This is our mascot. And
Это что?
Это символ этого.
it's a Wisconsin symbol. And then a USA pin.
Ясно.
Спасибо.
I do have one more thing. Those people who told me that they have those icons, I want to see them after this meeting.
Okay, I have a few things I'd like to say. First of all, regarding gifts to Demchenko, if you have anything left, like we need a couple of those Marching in Moscow shirts. If any, I take whatever of those you have, if you could contribute those. Mr. Berg has a couple Wisconsin hats. This man really has made our life a lot easier than it would have been otherwise.
He made the whole trip.
He has opened a lot of doors that were closed. So I really want to have some nice things to give to him. So if you could please turn those in, why don't you give them to Rita? All right? I'd like to...
Which Rita?
What? We already gave him one. He got one in Wisconsin. All right. Now, I have some thank yous on behalf of the students to some people who've done an awful lot of work. First of all, to Bill Napier, who's helped coordinate the equipment staff and put in just tons of time before he came. But to Bill and to everyone who chipped in and helped for equipment, please let's give them a big hand. Especially Sydney Devine and Kathy Weir, who have done just unbelievable things before the trip, during here, and anyone else who's really put in a lot of time. I know those two did. And also to Jan Bradley and Rita Sears, because they put in a tremendous amount of time, especially in McFarland, helping to coordinate and pull this all out. Please give them a big hand. Mr. Heilman, Mr. Nielsen, and myself could not have come on this trip alone with you guys. So, if you would please join me, because parents have done so much to help us, from getting the uniforms ready for the parade, to hauling equipment, to putting together this, that, or the other thing. Please join me in giving them a tremendous round of applause for all their help. Before we leave, just a few things in a capsule synopsis that we've done. We went to the Kremlin, something I never thought I would ever do in my lifetime. We went to the circus. I do that on a normal, everyday basis at home, but this was nice. The ballet, the operetta, Lennon Hills, Ismailova, our combined concert last night, the Gypsy Theater, the embassy, the president. We'll never forget the bathrooms, the buses, the cabbage, all the sleep we got, all the time we spent on our schoolwork, peanut butter, and peanut butter. I also know that Dave and I will never forget the day we spent together riding the streets of Moscow with George's driver. If you think it's interesting riding in the bus, you ain't seen nothing yet. A guy even came up to me in the embassy. I had on my raincoat, and he thought he recognized me because I looked like a guy he knew that worked in the Secret Service. But it was very memorable in many different ways. And when you go home, people won't believe it. You actually had to be here to believe it.
Mm-hmm. Right.
You can describe it, but you had to experience it.
Right.
As I said at the Moscovich parade, you know, when we were up there watching some other things, I was speaking to Richard Miller and John Berg, and I said, this is total immersion. And it was. All the different things we did, we immersed ourselves in the lives here of people. Last night, very rewarding, the exchange, the interaction. That's what it's all about. And there'll be a group of people coming from here. We'll be talking about that this afternoon, probably when we meet with Demchenko. But I'm really looking forward to having those people come. And all you guys are going to help to show them and immerse them in our lives like they've immersed us in theirs. People have really appreciated all the things we've done here. As George said, whenever we see Demchenko, he just starts to smile. Because people have said so many positive things about you. You've been great representatives, great ambassadors. We're very proud of you. We have one more day to go. Tomorrow at this time, we'll be probably either leaving for the airport or at the airport. So, 24 hours. Just keep it going. You're doing a great job. When we go today, I want you dressed up, students. We're going to need about 10 parents to go. You're going to go as a nurse. Bill is committed today. I need some people to help with equipment. So would there be some people that would be willing to go with us today?
Very funny writer.
We're fine. You guys go ahead. We got those that were right in here, we'll take it. That'll be fine. We'll have to divide up in the buses so we have them all covered. Laura, did you have something you wanted to say?
But from a student's perspective, I want to tell you guys that I have never been so proud of McFarland High School. During the parade especially, I almost had tears in my eyes because it was such a special and such a good experience, and a lot of negative things I think have gone on in our school this year, but this has overridden all of them, and don't forget it when you go back home.
Right.
I was just reading the paper, drinking coffee. Yeah, believe it or not, I was drinking coffee. She brought disarray, confusion, turmoil into my life. And my wife cursed her many times. Yeah, the other, she said, you talk more to Roberta. But anyway, it was a situation. I'd really like to thank her. I'd like to thank her husband, George. I'd like to thank Richard, Michael, and Michael. Because without them, all this would not have been possible. They took us sight unseen. Because it was on a recommendation of a friend of Mr. Howlands and myself and Mr. Nielsen, who knew what kind of program we had. And he knew we would be good representatives, and we would work very hard to be good representatives. But please, let's join. I know we've had to be flexible, but I know why we've had to be flexible. Because sometimes some of the Russians aren't very flexible. But please join me in giving them just a great round of applause.
No, you're an old guy now. You know the ropes.
How you doing, Shannon?
Can't play my clarinet.
You're kidding.
It's gone. I don't know. I can't find it anymore.
Well, that's right. I was running. I don't
More?
know.
Yeah. That's okay.
There we go, bye. Going up. Bye.
I wonder, nobody could stand his problem. You bet.
I get to spread them, man. Shut up. Take 10 minutes to decide.
И вот эти фонтаны, вот это центральная аллея.
Ага. Пойдемте вот сюда.
Полин! Вот первое желание, чтобы закончить
And so among them were 8 million. Нет, это So among those 26 million Jehatu were 8,046,000 soldiers who perished during the war. All the other people died because they were wounded or because of starvation and diseases, or they perished in the concentration camps.
В музее существует электронная книга памяти, куда занесено 19,5 миллионов.
There is an electronic book of memory here in the museum, and it contains 19 million and a half of names of the There are 6 diagrams in the museum, and they are devoted to the main back. The first back is the multiple back, the second one the telephone back, then the back of the oral and circle. Another back is the rim of Nipah, then it was the case, and seizure of cervix. Precious, so they tried everything there. They had this methodology of fired back. They destroyed and burned villages, towns, and cities. You know, there is a town of Sin not very far from Moscow. So they just destroyed it totally. And they did away with the local population. They killed them. Then it was called
Here, let's take pictures in the store. Stand there.
Are we sure we got everybody?
Everybody's still back here. Everybody's here.
Where's the bride? Oh, there she is.
Pick that up.
I don't know. Shit.
Is it stew, or what do you think it is?
It's alive, that's what it is.
And what else are you drinking? Tea?
The tea's good.
Tea. Every meal we have tea. It's good. Except this morning we had coffee. Don't try that stuff.
I already did.
That's all you got then, right? Well, you look like you ate yours.
There's more food.
No, we put it on this
Put it on this plate.
Oh. Did you get soup too?
Sure, everyone at home for 2 minutes. Great.
Don't try this stuff. It's pretty bad.
It's It's him. It's his fault. He like threw up all over. And they made it. Sorry. I couldn't help. And they put it in the freezer. They put it in the freezer. And that's his fault. See what you.
By the time I did that, I found a country. Tonight's a new I'm going to get dressed. Right? Are you done, Bob?
Yeah, went through.
Yeah, come on. We'll just edit it out, Kathy. You'll just edit it out. No, you're,
How about I take one of you folks so you're in it?
Good idea.
Bob, let Larry take pictures here.
Well, we already got one there.
You do?
What do you touch here to make this
I think it's
go?
still, let me see, it's still on.
Yeah, it does. Track down my
Yeah, it's still recording.
Oh, okay.
Take it way down there, Trev. We can't have it here. Maybe something. So if you do that, then you can just eat it. Oh, what's that?
36, it was 36, so we did get 36.
Check out procedure at the hotel complex.
Take it way down to the right, please, Denny.
Down to the right.
Way down to the right.
Okay. Okay, Bob.
Carry on up there. I assume that big bag.
Him holding his gun and me holding a bottle of cognac.
She's got her arm around it.
There. One more thing.
Yeah, they are.
Larry, hold your passport up. I see what you got in your hand. Just a minute. Good, I got it. All right, thank you.
Oh, you need another roll.
No, I'm okay. Thank you. Did you get mine?
No, I left it there.
Yeah, bring them all down.
All the ones that are wrapped, anyway.
Yeah.
Give me that box there, or both of those, I'll take. And I'll take that one too. Bag goes all the way down to the end.
No, that's there.
Didn't get our bigger truck, huh?
It's coming.
Oh, there's another one coming? I gotta put the timpani up here. It'll be okay. We put these in there.
What else you want, Phil?
Go ahead and eat.
Hi, Mom. I need to put my trombone cases in there. Right behind the stage. Small instruments and luggage.
Beat me to it. Yeah, baritones.
Strange people walking around in that car already. Hope all the kids have their stuff down. Well, whatever anybody got.
What are you doing this summer? What are you doing? You want to have the girls in here? He's like, wasn't really.
Anybody else having? I'll watch it.
I don't think they appreciate it. shuffle type going on? Oh yeah, there are a couple.
We get down there for marching down the line.
Carry on. Those are carries.
Get in the front and there's like 5 people in the audience.
Why? Let's get it out. Not at all.
Well, hi, John.
Hey, you made it. How much other stuff made it?
Dinner's good here.
Yes, sidewalk.
Yeah.
Is this ours?
Thanks.
Yes, it is.
Go inside and wait for your bus man. There's 2 more. Are we done here? There's more suitcases inside.
Please come.
Like they have some practice. Wait, we didn't have a music. Yeah, we did. We had a music. I just said something really funny.
Oh my, I can't get to
what? You're not going to be able to see it now. It's too late.
Under whatever works.
The Thunder first. They're working on it, but they couldn't work on that.
Semper Fidelis. Please listen. Don't talk, please. Semper Fidelis, the Thunder, Washington Post, American Patrol, then a medley. Anchors away on Wisconsin, end with stars and stripes.
Ooh, you got big waves. Having fun.
Yeah, but it's getting bad dirty.
There you are.
Olha.
It was a place of execution. Yeah. Really? Yeah. Right in front of the church? Yeah, yeah, the place of execution. And royal proclamation. It was the main prayer of all our country, but also in the Ukraine. But Easton was the first one who doesn't live inside. He said
He said that he has an ordinary flat. What? No, Gorbachev, as far as I remember, he lived inside. Gorbachev was the first and the last president of our country, of the Soviet Union. After Gorbachev, our Soviet Union became the union of different states, not republics, but states. And now, near you, near the
Yes, I'm very pleased to be here. It's very exciting. Yes, it's very nice to see. There's lots of things to see. Yes, my first time.
The end of the war.
I'm pleased that it was over and 50th anniversary is really nice.
Так, пожалуйста. Дальше слово остается Матвееву, он выступает 3 минуты, и сразу День Победы. Внимание, значит, День Победы, после этого, видимо, аплодисменты, тут нам